Good morning, ma'am. You're here for an interview about the four types of education in a modern society. So, may I know your name first, ma'am?
Good morning too. My name is Anali Malasa. I graduated as Bachelor of Science in Industrial Education, major Industrial Arts in formerly Maigo School of Arts and Trades and now in issue Maigo. And also I graduated as Bachelor of Elementary Education, formerly Central Mindanao College in CMC. And I consider myself as formal education because the learning process experience last time was undergo face-to-face classes with include a teacher and a student and connection.
Here's your first question, ma'am, for your interview. What is education for you and why?
For me, education is a continuous process because through education we learn more, and through education we can do better and we can live better.
Thank you, ma'am. The second question is education interconnect in real world?
Yes, education interconnect in real world because through education many people know the situation nowadays, especially the pandemic. They gathered some medicine to hook up or to cure the virus that spread everywhere in our world.
Thank you. Well said. Do you think education is important and why?
Education is very important because without education we can do nothing. Without education we cannot live better, and without education we can know the situation in real world.
Thank you, ma'am. How would you imagine life without education and why?
I can imagine without education. I think the world will be stagnant, no progress, especially that the progress of our country depends on our economy. So if ever we have no education, we can do nothing and we can life.
So, good morning, ma'am. You're here for an interview about the four types of education in a modern society. So, may I know your name first, ma'am?
I'm Rizal Mutia, a B.Ed student in North Central Mindanao College. I consider myself as informal education student because I undergo the online learning process caused of COVID-19.
So, here's your first question, ma'am. What is education for you and why?
For me, education is the key in our ambitions because I do believe that if we are all educated, we can easily find a job that we really want to.
Nice answer, ma'am. Second question, is education interconnect in real world?
Yes, I believe that education in real world is connected to each other, since education is very popular and known worldwide and necessary to all people in order for them to learn. Before and now, still education is existing.
Do you think education is important and why?
Yes, definitely. Truly, education is very important to all because through of this, we can go to the right directions in our lives. We can proceed to our journey in life. The most importantly, it gives knowledge that brings us to the lifetime.
The last question, ma'am, is how would you imagine life without education and why?
I imagine life without education is very poor and very sad. This will reflect to those people who are young having a willingness to go to school. But it differs into people who are financially unstable because I believe that people with no financial support will find ways just to overcome the debt. But those people who have unwellness in regards of studying different, their lives will fall into nothing. because education is important and powerful as ever.
So good afternoon, ma'am. You're here for an interview for the four types of education in a modern society. So may I know your name first, ma'am?
I am Joy Salamanda, a 2 years course college graduate of cosmetology.
So here's your first question about this interview. What is education for you and why?
Education is the key to success. It gives us knowledge and skills.
Second question is education interconnect in real world and why?
Yes, because education leads us to many opportunities.
Thank you. Do you think education is important? Why?
Yes, with education, I get opportunities, and with opportunities, that leads us to success.
The last question, ma'am. How would you imagine life without education and why?
Life without education is stagnant and in progress.
Thank you, ma'am. So, good evening. So, I'm here to interview you about the four types of education in a modern society. May I know your name first?
My name is I'm Edward Buendia, a graduate of Alternative Learning System Education.
The first question of your interview is, what is education for you and why?
For my education is not about going to school. Education is where you gain from experience.
Is education interconnect in real world and why?
Yes, because it is where you combine knowledge and skill as one.
Do you think education is important? Why?
Of course, yes, it is important. In our daily line of if we don't have knowledge, many people will look down to you.
Last question, sir. How would you imagine life without education and why?
Without education, no technology like cell phone with